How long must we suffer, with nobody seeing how we suffer?
These sufferings have been inflicted on innocent people for over 30 years, often taken forcefully from their homes by the Polisario. They are being forced to live under harsh conditions in crude camps in southern Algeria. In addition to the harsh desert conditions, children as young as 9 or 10 years old are often separated from their parents for years and sent to places like Cuba or Libya for education and revolutionary political indoctrination. But this is not a historical film. What is described here has been going on for 30 years, and is all the more disturbing because it continues to this day.
That day, I was with my father. We were in Afra in my father's car. We were on the way back, at about 1 o'clock, when we heard gunshots. We almost made it there, when they shot out the windshield. Then I saw the blood, and I did this. And I didn't know where my father went or where he was. I thought he died at first. And when I lifted up my head, someone put his Kalashnikov to my forehead. Then they took me to Rabuni, and then to the October school camp. This was not something easy to accept at only 13 years old. I considered myself the youngest hostage.
Not only were some people kidnapped from Morocco by the Polisario and taken to live in the camps, but also children from the camps in Algeria were sent off to Cuba, Libya, and other countries of the former Soviet bloc. Families could not refuse these forced separations, and often did not know what had happened to their children, since they had little or no contact with them, and rarely received news of their circumstances.
They came to us, gave us a presentation, and told us that all the boys born in 1980 had to go to Cuba to study. I told them my boy is frail, and he's my only son. They told me it was an instruction. It's an order. He must go. I spent 5 years with no news of him. No letter, nothing. We parents didn't even know whether our children were alive.
It was inevitable, of course, that children forced to go to Cuba at such a young age would lose their cultural identity and their ties to their families.
They returned with ideas completely different from ours. They lost all their traditions. When I asked them to go